Welcome to Powerhouse Gym YouTube channel. This is Hidetada Yamagishi. Then,
this is Irish Kyle.
So today we are talking about common mistake in the gym. So if you come to the gym, you don't want to do any mistake, but if you see people in the gym, those are really common mistakes. I will show you today.
So the first common mistake most people do in the gym, instead of checking their ego, is lifting too heavy.
Yeah. So I'm a big guy, so I want to lift everything here. Yeah. Then.
What an ego.
Yep.
Big ego.
I can do it. Or I can. Okay, now.
So he's gonna use. He's not even working that particular area of the body because he has his ego in mind. He's trying to lift the whole stack. So he's gonna be one of those guys who walk out of the gym with no results, get frustrated, and probably be back on the couch.
So instead of lifting too heavy, give it a try, like a little much less weight actually, then squeeze the muscle.
That makes sense. That makes much more sense. So he's controlling the exercise, and he's squeezing, getting a full contraction, and focus on the mind and muscle connection, which is very important. Again, we're in here to make the muscles, and improve our physiques. Right?
Yes.
That's different than trying to lift the whole stack, right? And you're preventing injuries. So please be wise when you're exercising. Oh, so what you see here is he's jerking, and he's using the momentum to do the weight, and he's locking his elbows out. So before you know it, he's going to endure tendonitis from actually completing the whole exercise incorrect. Please reserve your elbows, do not lock out. Remember, the muscles are getting stronger, but this area does not. It remains the same. So all of the locking out is just going to build tendonitis. Another key factor I do recommend is you want to keep your elbows warm. So wear sleeves on your elbows, again, because that portion is never going to get strong. Okay? So the proper way to perform this, can you show me so he's actually keeping his elbows slightly bent to remove the possibility of getting tendonitis, and he's focusing on squeezing the muscle so he can form the tricep area just as he's predicting and wanting to accomplish.
So also I want to mention squeeze, then negative portion. A lot of people neglect when you actually come up the weight. So a lot of people focus on positive movement, but negative like this. Positive, negative. This is wrong. So you gotta do squeeze and slow. Actually, this negative portion is more important than positive movement.
Yes, so you're descending. So you want to focus on thinking of a 1-2. So when he comes up, he's thinking of a 1-2 in his head to control the descending of the exercise. And again, like Hide said, the descending portion is where all the results come in. So another key element of not to do in the gym is taking your knee over your toe when you're doing a lunge. Again, this is the same aspect as we just demonstrated on the elbow. The knee can find itself being stressed tremendously if you take it past your toe. You want to align the knee with the ankle. This is the form that you like to sustain while doing a lunge. All right, gotta put all the work into the quad if you keep the knee directly over the ankle, in line. It's almost like an L shape that you're looking for. Okay? What you say, Hide?
Yeah. Also, I want to point out, I can see common mistake on leg press or hack squat. I'll show you hack squat. Don't lock out your knee when you go up. Don't lock out. This is very, very dangerous. I don't put any weight right now, but if you put a lot of weight and I go lock out, you might be able to injure your knee. So go up and keep slightly bent. So this way your muscle always on the tension.
So soft knees all the time. Soft knees. And you should be at your full contraction right at that point here. So your knees should not have to be locked out, okay? And again, another rule of thumb you want to keep in mind is wrapping up. You know, no matter how much weight you got, this area needs to stay warm. So wrap your knees up to prevent any form of injury. That's if you want to exercise for a lifetime. You're gonna perform pec deck exercise, chest presses, and he's training alone, no spotter. He's trying to maximize the capability of repping out. So after he gets done, he's pretty much tired. Refrain from releasing the weight, the dumbbell, that in the way that he just performed it, because you're going to injure yourself. It's definitely high possible to tear up in your pec area. Also, put some stress on your rotary cuff up there, and it's just dangerous altogether. The best rule of thumb is after performing the exercise is to bring the dumbbells and your knees into contact to bring the dumbbells to the floor.
Okay, let's show you some mistake, especially a lot of press exercise. If you put too much weight, of course you cannot perform full range of motion. Remember, muscle need to move to full range of motion in order to grow, which is full contraction and a full stretch. So I'll show you. So incline bench press, unless you have some injury or flexibility problem, some people simply cannot go all the way down, but if you can, you should always go all the way down, touch the chest and go up. Touch the chest, go up. If you put too much weight on bar, you simply cannot do all the way down because it's too heavy. So some people do bench press or incline bench press like this. So this is simply half of your workout is waste. You don't get 100% result. So make sure you reduce some weight and perform full range of motion. All right, so this is not really a mistake, but I would recommend whatever exercise you do, especially a chest or back, you keep breathing, big breaths, right? So of course sometimes you lift heavy, bench press, deadlift, squat, you have to stop breathing. Okay, let's think when you run like 100-meter run, 50-meter run, you don't breathe. You stop breathing, right? So whenever you go super heavy, you have to stop breathing. But most exercise, I want you to breathe like big time. So you actually not just train your chest. You can actually expand your rib cage, which makes your upper body even bigger. Okay, I'll show you a cable chest fly. So first thing first, how to grab the cable. So a lot of people, it's not super heavy weight, but this is the time you tend to get injury. So you get the cable, go close to cable, then pull. Then another cable, go close to cable, pull. Instead of just trying to grab like this, so pull. Then position, breathe in, big time, so your rib cage open up, then squeeze. Exhale. So you can kind of tell, I'm not just working chest, my rib cage did expand here, squeeze. Then, when you finish, you don't just let it go. One by one. So it's safer.
That concludes our common mistakes of what not to do while exercising in the gym. So be wise, check your egos. We at Powerhouse Gym, we're here to make the muscles and share our knowledge, right, Hide?
Right. So next episode will be more training and nutrition tips. So like and subscribe. See you next time.